this video, I fly the Boeing 767 for the first time after being gone on vacation. I get another eval check from a line check airman. And on our last flight of the trip, we have a major maintenance issue. All the maintenance is out there and we thought we were gonna have it fixed. Ready? Buckle up, let's go fly. Beautiful people, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Pete. Some call me Pilot Pete, and we are finally back in the skies. If I look nice and tan, that is because Hawaii was a great success. I had a lot of fun, but playtime's over, vacation's over, and we're back to flying the mighty 767. We're about to start a 5-day trip. First leg of the trip is the Mecca, Memphis, Tennessee, out to LAX. A long 4.5 hours because of the headwinds. We got a full boat of myself, the captain, 3 jump seaters, and they're all mechanics, and they may have been giving us some insider information about the MD-11 at our company and what's going on. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll be able to share some of that. Pete, it's been so long. You miss flying? Yeah, the physical part of flying I do, but do I miss not spending any time in my own bed, eating out all of Hawaii, now eating out the rest of this 5-day trip? No. Do I miss early wake-ups? No. But at the end of the day, I am blessed getting to do my dream job, flying a wide-body aircraft all around the world. So all in all, yeah, I did miss flying. First things first, we're going West Coast out to LA. Let's go fly.
How much better can I show my love for you? Can I show my love for you? I do for you. I do. Can I show my love for you?
Greeting folks from Los Angeles, California. Long flight, 4 hours and 30 minutes right into the headwind. And it was a full boat, like I said, so we can kind of get crowded in the 7.6. But we got here bumpy at 28,000 feet. We were super heavy, about 347,000 pounds for takeoff. Tons of cargo, a lot of gas. They fill us with a lot of gas. Must be expensive here in LA because we're definitely tankering some. And the coolest part was a plane taxiing out in front of us in Memphis was our company, 767, heading to Ontario, California, which is pretty much an 1.5-hour drive to the east of LAX. So we were following them the whole way. And then as you could see, we overtook them there in that video. So we were chatting with them. Our FMS, our flight management system, ACARS, the way we text like dispatch and the company and maintenance and stuff, is actually an air-to-air text message function as well. So you just type in the flight number and you can say what's up. So we messaged them saying hello from below, and we literally passed right underneath them. We're all looking up like this. The jump seaters even came up and went like this to see it, because it's very rare that your own company is going to be literally like nose to nose below you. But that's the spacing. There's another safety protocol for people who get nervous of flying. At least 1,000-foot separation in opposite directions. Since we're going in the same direction, obviously they spaced us at 2,000 feet so that we could pass them. So we're going a little bit faster than they were into Ontario. And then once we passed them, we never saw them again. So landed 2-5 left in LAX, quick taxi to the gate, and I'm exhausted, folks. Honolulu kicked my butt. SJ and I had to sit in the freaking economy with her and wasn't able to upgrade because she was going to yell at me. I barely got any sleep and went right to work literally that same day. Landed, showered, laundried, and then freaking jumped on a flight to get to work. So needless to say, I'm tired. Got my workout in already. It's currently 9 p.m. Eastern, which means it's 6 here. I had dinner at Whole Foods on the flight, so I'm going to bed. Taking this pilot uniform off, quick shower, and you can catch me in this king bed. I will see you tomorrow.
You may not know right where you're going, but I do.
Beautiful people. Good morning from an early 5 a.m. ramp here at LAX. I guess it's not that early for East Coasters, but for West Coasters or people who are still on Honolulu time, it's early. So we just pre-flight the 7-6. We're all set to go. It's our second flying leg of the trip. We're going LAX to Indianapolis, Indiana. I'll be the pilot flying because I was the pilot monitoring here. We're just switching back and forth each time. So I'll fly us up 35,000 feet to start. The flight looks good. There's a little bit of weather over Indy, but it's pushing to the east. It'll be gone for the 4-hour flight that we have to get there. And the thing to note is our thrust reverser, our left thrust reverser. If you don't know what a thrust reverser is, it's the mechanism that reverses the thrust. So normally the thrust is pushed out this way to make us go fast this way. It reverses the thrust to push it that way, direct it forward, so it helps us stop quicker. Our left one over there is inoperative. So we have an MEL. MEL is minimum equipment list. Essentially, every airplane has a list of items that, hey, if it's broken or inoperative, you can still fly with it, right? Or if every little thing had to be perfect 110%, airplanes would never fly. So if it's still safe to fly without it, they let us go. So that's exactly what an MEL is. That's what's happening today. So our left thrust reverser, we can land with no thrust reversers. It's not required. We still have spoilers. We still have brakes to help us stop. Thrust reverser just added way of us to stop sooner. So without a left thrust reverser, we can still use the right one. Plenty of distance in Indy for us to do so. So they have it signed off so that we can fly with just one. I'll be pilot flying. Next stop, Indy. Just landed in Indianapolis, Indiana. Heading to our hotel. Will you receive a Pilot P above a 9 out of 10 landing grade? Well, stay tuned to find out. The hotel finally took like 20 minutes for the crew bus to pick us up from the airplane and get us to ops, and then about a 20-minute drive downtown where we're staying to our hotel. But we're here in Indy, currently 1 o'clock Eastern, feeling pretty good. A little bit tired, but I'll stay up, get my non-negotiable in, grab some lunch, hang out in Indy for a little bit, get some work done, and then just try to go to bed early. That's like my biggest curse as a human being is I don't go to bed on time when I'm supposed to be going to bed. But anyway, back to the flight. Good flight, smooth. LA departure, flew right over the ocean there. You kind of see Catalina off of our right as we're turning eastbound to get to Indy. Climbed up to 35,000 feet. We were supposed to go to 37 eventually, but we just ended up being too heavy. No weather, didn't have to deviate at all. Got a couple direct twos, so we're shortened the flight from like 4:15 down to like 4:10, saved about 5 minutes there. And then coming into land, 2-3 left, had the autopilot on, visual approach, kept it fast and stable by 1,000 feet. Sad though, sad to see right on the south end of the ramp there, or the north part of the airport, I should say, lane 2-3 left, there's a bright yellow Airbus just sitting there. And if you haven't heard the news by now, especially when this video gets posted, Spirit Airlines officially is closed up shop and has gone under, and they're no longer an airline. It's sad because I think it's like 17,000 employees out of a job like that, just gone. For me, particular, obviously the flight crews and the pilots. I have friends there that work there. One of my really good friends, captain there for a bunch of years, had a salary of X amount of dollars for a long, long time and suddenly goes to zero. So for all those guys and girls out there that are out of a job, and again, just all of them, honestly, all the gate agents, mechanics, customer service reps, flight attendants, pilots, my heart goes out to you guys. I wish you nothing but the best, and hopefully you can land on your feet sooner than later. As far as the pilots go, they can't just jump to another airline. It doesn't work that way. For those who don't know, we're all different companies. Even though they were ALPA pilots, Airline Pilot Association Union pilots, they're not guaranteed a job anywhere. They have to start from the beginning. My friend, for example, is now applying to a bunch of different airlines, and if he gets hired, they start at the bottom seniority. They will be on reserve, first officer. So it stinks. And I guess the biggest thing I'm trying to say, it's all dumb luck. Like, my company could fold tomorrow. Your favorite airline that you fly to the Caribbean all the time could fold the next day. Like, no one ever knows. So it has nothing to do with like being a bad pilot or just dumb luck. It's just silly dumb luck. This industry, as enjoyable as it is, can be fickle like that. And unfortunately for those guys and girls, are now out of a job. So hopefully, like I said, they'll find one soon. Last note about that, they do get preferential interviews at these companies, as they should, meaning ALPA has it in our contract clauses as our union that we will give preferential interviews if we are hiring to recently furloughed or lost job ALPA pilots, meaning FedEx, Delta, United. These are all ALPA Airlines, Airline Pilots Association. They're all part of the same union. So they're supposed to offer interviews to the Spirit pilots first before they hire off the street, meaning, regional, corporate, military guys and girls. So anyway, 26 and a half hour layover. So I'm going to change out of the uniform and we'll go hang out in Indy.
Got a black king glitter.
It's that time again to get the workout in. I like this hotel. It has really nice rooms and suites and it's right downtown, but the gym is shite. Just pretty much dumbbells and like a little pull-up bar with some cardio equipment. It's not the best, but we're gonna make do. I have to admit, SJ and I really didn't get a lot of workouts in Hawaii. So we definitely let it slip a lot, which if anyone lets a couple days go by or a week, you know how hard it is to get back into it. So that's been like the most difficult for me is finding that love, passion, motivation to get back in the gym because I've been slacking a lot. Plus the lack of sleep and just traveling nonstop, it's difficult. So for all those who always ask me, Pete, how do you stay motivated? I'm not motivated at all. It's the last place I want to be, honestly. I want to be curled up in bed watching Netflix, but I do feel immediately better after just being here for like 20 minutes. It's a mindset, folks. Just got to make it non-negotiable. As silly as it sounds, it helps a lot. So we're doing back and bias today. Just finished 20 minutes on the cardio and I got to be quick because I haven't been a good son. Mother's Day is this Sunday on time of recording and I haven't sent a Mother's Day card out yet. So post office closes at like 5. So I'm going to try to get my workout in under an hour, head to the store, grab a card, and then also make it to the post office because my mother deserves a card on Sunday.
Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor. Sun don't shine no more. Rain fall through my floor. Ain't no sound of laughing. Just a ghost at my door.
All right, so the mission, get the Mother's Day card and then go to the post office. I got about 17 minutes to make it all happen. So that's why we're jogging, because mom deserves a Mother's Day card. So we're gonna rush, we're gonna get there, and we'll make sure she has the best Mother's Day. All right, we got the card. Post office closes in 8 minutes. It's 0.95 miles away. So we gotta run a sub 8-minute mile to make it there. Come on, folks, come on. This is what we trained for. I can't believe it, folks. We made it. These doors better freaking open and someone better be here. Let's go, let's go. Well, this would have saved me a lot of sweat. Who knew they sell freaking cars at the post office? Well, now you know. A little note there. P.S. I poured my sweat and tears into this. It'll make more sense when you see the next YouTube video and making sure she subscribes. 100K, folks. 100K. Stadium, home of obviously the Indianapolis Colts, the Final Four, and I guess either last night or tonight, Morgan Wallen was playing. I don't think this is his actual tour bus, but probably his equipment bus. I'll go see if he's here and say what's up. A rarity for me, eating at the restaurant, not in the hotel, but attached to it. McCormick's and Schmidt's, like a seafood spot. Even more rare is sitting at the bar to eat. But I wanted to watch the Knicks game, so that's where I ended up. Got the salmon because SJ doesn't let me have fish at home. I eat so much fish in Hawaii, but it's actually pretty good. And the lobster bisque here, good. And the bonus, 25% off for airline employees. So I'm not telling you that when you go to a restaurant near a hotel to ask for an employee discount. All I'm going to tell you though is they don't check your ID. Take it for what it's worth, maybe an extra bigger tip for the person. That's all I'm saying. But there's your fun fact of the day. A lot of airline crews get discounts at bars and restaurants that are attached to the hotel. Good morning from Indianapolis, Indiana. Well, I can't really say good morning, and that's because it's almost 1 o'clock. And yes, I just woke up. That's how badly I was in sleep debt. That's how badly I need to catch up on rest. So I didn't sleep straight through for 13, 14 hours. I was up here and there. I just got out of bed at 12:30 because I was that tired. Our Hawaii trip, we just didn't sleep great with the time change, I guess, and all the different things we had going on. We were up early for adventures. I didn't even get to sleep in my own bed. It's been over 2 weeks since I slept in my own bed. So it's just been go. So I had my alarm set for breakfast and then for all the things I wanted to get done here. But I was like, you know what? Gotta take care of yourself first. So we slept in super late and I feel great. I feel much better, which means I needed it. So I'm glad I did. But I wanted to show you before we start our day here in Indy, or at least at the last couple hours we have, my May schedule. So on the beginning of the month, that's when we flew back from Honolulu right here. I flew from H&L Honolulu direct to JFK, which the company paid for because it was attached to this trip. It was a front-end deadhead to Richmond. So I literally went from JFK to my apartment for 7 hours, did laundry, had some food, and then right back to the airport. This time I went to Newark and flew Newark to Richmond, and then Richmond to Memphis to start the month, to start the trip. And then this is the trip that you guys are picking me up from. We went Memphis to LAX, quick layover LAX to Indy, where we are now in Indy, 26 hours. Now Thursday, today, we fly from Indy to LAX, have about a 33-hour layover there. All day Friday I'll be there, and then Saturday early morning we fly LAX to Newark, which is great, cross country, and then it ends with a back-end deadhead, so I'll be able to go right to NYC apartment from there. Then a couple days off, about a week or so, and then this long international trip. It's 11-day trip, so a long one, and honestly I was super stoked when I got it because it's a great trip. The times all are great. All I do is Miami, Bogota, Medellin, Miami, basically a loop back and forth, but the layovers are great. There's like 48-hour layovers in Miami, long layovers in Bogota, warm weather, beach, can't beat it. But after I got my schedule and I was talking to SJ about it, I realized I made a huge blunder. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, but that wasn't a big deal because it actually is going to work out to our favor. SJ's going to come down to Miami. We're going to spend Memorial Day weekend in Miami. Perfect. Free hotel, cheap flights, booked her with points. It was all good. Issue is we have High Rocks. New York City High Rocks is scheduled the tickets for the 28th, and I just didn't have it on my calendar. So I screwed up desperately. I've been desperately trying to drop this trip, meaning, hey company, I don't want this trip anymore. Please take it off my schedule. They are denying it every single time for staffing issues. It makes sense. It's an 11-day trip. Having that many reserves for every single one of those days is pretty rare for a trip that long. So the company's not letting me drop it. My other option is to have another pilot take it. But again, they have to have a footprint where they're off all those 11 days. The fact that it's a Memorial Day weekend, it's an 11-day trip. I had one pilot reach out and text me and say, hey, I want the trip, but I have this trip instead. And I'm like, well, I don't want that trip. It's over High Rocks that I need off for. So I'm pretty much gonna be stuck with it, which kind of stinks. So we're scrambling right now with the High Rocks tickets. It's a bummer. That's life. That's life as an airline pilot. I screwed up. I would have been able to hold that day off for sure. Doesn't mean I would have had this nice of a schedule or this many credit hours and, deadheads and all that good stuff, but I would have been able to get the day off the way I did, prioritize the trip. But again, not knowing I had an obligation that day. So stinks, but it is what it is. We'll make the best of it. And that's just life. So we got about just under 3 hours before I got to report downstairs for our ride to the airport. So I'm gonna have my quick breakfast, which is consisting of a yogurt I got from Whole Foods the other day. We'll go for a run. Because non-negotiable. I know I'm gonna be in a metal tube for the next 5 hours. And when I get to LA, I wanna go to bed, stay on this good sleep schedule. So I'm gonna go run, I don't know, at least 2 miles, might be 3, might be 4. We'll stop for lunch on the way home. And it's a beautiful day in Indy, it looks like. I don't know the temperature, but it's sunny. Crank out a couple miles and get a little bit of our Indy layover in here today. By far my favorite run when I'm in Indianapolis is along the canal. It's less than a mile from our hotel and it's just beautiful. Haven't been able to do it in a long time because it's been brick cold outside, but today the sun's out, it's windy. We'll definitely be taking off runway 5 here in a couple hours when we head to the airport, but nothing better than moving the body a little bit before a long cross-country flight, and no better place to do it in Indianapolis than the canal. What a cool birthday gift. It's like you're in Venice, Italy. Amazing, happy birthday. Happy 21st. Nice 3 little piece McNugget done for the day. Stopping right where we wanted to at Sweet Green. Get some lunch, grab some dinner, and then head back to the hotel and get ready to fly. Showered and all packed up, ready to go for the line check flight we're gonna do today. But I'm gonna rush and go grab some dinner for the flight there because the catering is always shite, so I don't wanna rely on that. I like to eat healthy. I've been doing some research. I can't believe I'm actually going here to eat. I'm going to Steak and Shake, which in my mind has always been like a very, very low tier fast food, but they cook their French fries in beef tallow. Their ground beef supposedly is 100% ground beef. I'm gonna get no buns and try to see if we can make this a little healthy. I don't know if it's gonna be greasy and grimy. It probably will be, but we'll eat ground beef patties. I'll ask for like 3 or 4 and have that for the flight. So the famous Steak and Shake Indianapolis, we'll give it a shot. I'll report back. So today Today's flight is a line check. What a line check is every captain every 12 months has to get a line check done by a line check airman. So there's special pilots at every company called LCAs, line check airmen. They have kind of two jobs. Their two jobs is to check out pilots so they can go fly the line, meaning fly their normal operations with passengers, cargo on board, yada, yada, yada. So they do two things. They check out new pilots. So new pilots get hired to an airline. They have to get checked out not only in the simulator, but then they have to get IOE, initial operating experience. And that's done by a line check airman, because this person is essentially trained to do the entire operation all by themselves. What I mean by that is they're a captain that can fly, talk on the radios, do everything, and also manage teaching and training a brand new pilot who might kind of get stuck behind the 8 ball or kind of not be able to keep up the pace of the general operation. So they're specially trained and tested to make sure they can handle that. So the line check airmen do that, and they also do captain upgrades. So when a first officer upgrades to captain, the new captain will sit in the left seat and the line check airman will sit in the right seat to make sure that that pilot is qualified and capable of being a captain. And the third thing they do, I guess they do three things. Third thing they do is they do line checks, and that's what's happening today. Every 12 months, the captain gets a line check. So it'll be the captain, myself, and then in the jump seat will be the line check airman, and they will make sure that, again, that captain is safe, legal, and is up to standards with everything that's going on. So it's really no big deal. Some pilots get a little bit nervous. I probably have, I don't know, like 15 line checks a year, because even though I'm getting graded, it's not for me individually. So I just happen to get paired with people going for line checks. And that's exactly what this flight from Indy to LAX will be. It'll be the third leg of the day. Captain will be flying, I'll be monitoring, and expecting nothing but a smooth line check. Not gonna lie, not sure how well this steak and shake's gonna turn out, because one, didn't look that appetizing when they were making it on the grill there, and two, it stinks. Like, it smells like fast food. So I got disguised in a sweet green bag so none of the flight crew or anyone thinks it's me.
Do you remember back in the spring? Every morning birds would sing. Do you remember those special times?
On a very beautiful but windy ramp in Indianapolis. We just pre-flighted the 767, met with the line check airman. We got one jumper as well. He's a maintenance personnel with us, and we got 4 hours and 27 minutes at 36,000 feet up to Los Angeles, California. Well, I guess kind of down. Well, west. You're going west. You know what I'm talking about. To LAX. And yeah, looking forward to a good flight. Got all my food, my steak and shake. Hopefully it isn't too stinky in the flight deck. And we'll be flying 100,000 plus pounds to LA. Let's go fly. Hello from LA. We just landed. I wanted to update you on the MDs. Here's the engines. They're currently working on them. They're off the airplane. It's pretty rare you'll ever see this, so pretty cool. We actually flew the guys that are working on them right now on our jump seat the other day. So they're in charge of getting the new part on and fixing the pylons and the bearings, and there's been no bad reports, all good reports. So we're gonna start flying them here in a couple weeks. Greetings from LAX. Nice 4.5 hour flight. Happy to announce that our check ride or line check went great. Check airman was really nice. We didn't have any little debrief items. Said we did an excellent job. I agree, if I may add in those 2 cents myself. Landed the same runway we did 2 days ago with 25 left. And it was funny taxiing in at the Signature FBO. Signature FBO is just like the private jet terminal, essentially. There's a big, it's a Gulfstream. It had 7 windows. I think it's a 650. It could be a 700 if you guys know. The tail number was November 3305, I think. I couldn't remember. And in black and then gold, huge gold letters, it says Rick Ross.
Slab, I'm handling some business, homie. I hope you calling about money.
But it was pretty funny. I was like, oh, I wonder whose airplane that is. Pretty easy to guess. So he makes it known that he's got money and has a nice Gulfstream. So that was pretty cool. Here's a picture of it. So this is exactly what's sitting on LAX, but that's not the right tail number. So he must get another one or have 2 or something like that, because it was a different tail number. But yeah, that was pretty funny to see that while we're taxiing in. And I also found out that the line checks here for the captains are every 18 months. At my old company where I was a captain, it was every 12 months. So everyone does it a little bit differently. Here it's 18. Well, the captain I'm flying with now is a good for another 18 months. But 36-hour layover begins here in LA. Looking forward to that. Beautiful, beautiful day here, and it's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. So I'm going to try to stay on East Coast time. It's 10 p.m. East Coast, so I'm going to just pretty much get to bed. I had food on the flight in, and then wake up early, go for a run, work out, maybe see some friends. And then the MD, which is pretty wild. Seeing it without engines on was pretty cool. So I was glad I was able to show you guys that. By the time this video comes out, they should be flying. They announced it the other day that they want to have them back up pretty soon. Those maintenance personnel that we flew in the other day on a jump seat were telling us all about it as far as what they have to do. They have to go to each ramp where they're parked because they got grounded hard. There's like one in Newark, one in Honolulu, one in Tampa, a few in Memphis, obviously, one here in LA, which I just showed you. So these maintenance special guys and girls have to fly to these individual ramps. One in Houston, have to fly to these individual ramps and do the work right there because they can't move the airplane until the FAA signs them all off individually. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna change out the pilot uniform, get ready for bed, maybe go for a little walk, get some fresh air, and then we'll start our LA layover. Morning, beautiful people from LA, specifically Marina Del Rey. We just finished a nice breakfast burrito and we're out for a little bit of a stroll, getting our morning sunlight, getting our morning steps in. LA's layover is gonna be hitting the gym, going for a run, and then one of my good buddies from where I grew up from, he's actually been on a vlog a long time ago when I was here. He just moved a little bit further from where we stay now, and LA, if you know LA, it's so much different than New York, because if you live in LA, you could be an hour and a half from your friend who also lives in LA. In New York, it's not like that. The subways and the way it works there, it's obviously a lot smaller. You can be in someone's place in 20 minutes. So it's a lot more difficult to meet up with people here, but we'll see what happens. Update though, as far as flying goes, while I was in Hawaii, I didn't mention it because those were all like travel videos. A bid opened up at my company to change airplanes, to change seats. It's like our second bid this year, maybe? I forget the last time it was open, but I again put in for 777 captain, 76 captain, 777 FO, and then 76 FO where I'm currently at. Those are my orders. That's my preference in order. And it closed yesterday, officially closed. They announced it yesterday as well. It happened all at the same time. No movement, folks, no movement. And it's frustrating because there's pilots junior to me that are getting 777 over me. Pete, how does that work? I thought it's all based on seniority. It is, but the way our company does it also has to do with like min-man maxing, meaning the airplane you're on is staffed correctly. They're not going to let people leave. So for example, the 767 is understaffed, meaning they need more pilots. They're not going to let me leave that position to go to a 777. It's silly. No other airline really works that way. It all has to do with seniority at other airlines, but what are you going to do? It is what it is. I don't let problems that are out of my control affect me. There's guys that are always like, this is BS, and go up uproar, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. What do you want to do about it? Like, such is life. It's in the contract. It's the way it's written. I don't agree with it myself, but we ain't changing it. So it is what it is. So anyway, if you're here for a 777 video, it ain't gonna happen, at least anytime in the near future, sadly. But I think everything happens for a reason. I've been getting great schedule, great trips on the 76, so I ain't complaining. Honestly, I think it might be a blessing in disguise because at the end of this month, as I showed you earlier in this video, I have a 11-day trip. That's like the minimum time trips the 777 has. So let me see how I flow into this 11-day trip. If I hate it, maybe I go, you know what? 76 is more my flavor, more my vibe. We'll see though. So if that changes anytime soon, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Heading to the gym. Luckily, there's a Equinox that I'm a member about, I don't know, a mile and a half from the hotel. So get a nice little jog warm up in. We got leg day today. And there's a good lunch spot, healthy, kind of make your own plates, steak, chicken, rice. So we'll hit that up after we go to the gym and get our workout in. So nice little day for a run. Not too hot, not too sunny, but warm enough to rock the shorts and the cutoff. Not negotiable. Let's go. 2 miles in the books. Leg workout. Let's go.
I'm at the top of my game. I'm who they hate. This shit come with the thing. That's how I knew that I made it. I woke up looking this good. I'm in my prime. These gotta get played. If these ain't mad. I need to go harder. I can't let them think we the same.
And as soon as you finish your workout at Equinox, you literally can walk 6 feet to my Tender Greens, one of my favorite places to grab lunch. They got like fresh food. I just ordered steak, potatoes, and Caesar salad for 20 bucks. For my opinion, it's definitely a healthy option when you're here in LA. I don't think I'm going to get In-N-Out tonight, folks. I know, shocking, but my new rule is unless I get a 9.3 or higher on my landings, which I didn't land in LA this trip, I got to stay away from In-N-Out because all I do is eat In-N-Out when I'm on the West Coast. And I tell myself, oh, it's a special treat. You're in the West Coast, treat yourself. But I'm in the West Coast way too often. It's not like I'm here once a year. I'm here once a month, 3 times a month, whatever it is. So I got to calm down on the animal style burgers. Come on, folks. Equinox to lunch, proteined up, 20 bucks for this. Side of Caesar, steak, side of roasted potatoes. Let's go. Sun is finally out here in LA, so you can catch me by the pool for the next couple of hours, getting paid to tan, soak up some sun. Hey, it is Friday though, so as everyone's clocking out of work early, your boy here is grinding, midday grinding. This is what life as an airline pilot is, folks. Sometimes you just get to relax. You put in the work, you go for a little run, you move the body, you get your non-negotiable in, you eat some good food, and then you get rewarded by soaking up the sun. Do a little work on the laptop, actually looking over next week's video, our Maui trip. No complaints, friends, no complaints. Wanted to go link it with my buddy, but freaking LA, man. 40 minutes to go like 5 miles. Just wasn't gonna happen. So we're trying a new place for dinner. Tarish Kebab, Mediterranean Grill and Bar. Supposed to have some pretty good reviews. And I'm sticking to my word, no In-N-Out unless we hit a 9 or higher on the landing scale. So we'll give this Mediterranean spot a try. All right, for our main course, we went with the beef on beef, a kebab, and also some other beef thing that the waitress recommended with some rice. So it looks pretty good. Hot, just had the bread. Well, I promise you there was kind of some pita bread there. It is now gone. Dinner for one is served.
I've been going out of my way for us, and I'm not okay. The sun ain't gonna shine all day.
Beautiful people from the ramp in LAX. Another cloudy, foggy morning. But we're awake, we're alive, we're feeling good. Here super early, they haven't even started working on the plane yet as far as loading goes. We got our longest flight of the trip, 5 hours and about 10 minutes across the country, LAX to EWR. But it's finally go home day. I haven't slept in my bed. I think SJ and I were talking about it in over 12 days between Hawaii and then straight into this trip. It's been a long time coming. I'm ready to be done. I'm tired. LA layover was great, but I am ready to sleep in my own bed as soon as possible. After this flight, I think I have 12 days off, 13 days off, so I can promise you, you won't be hearing from me. I'm gonna be taking those days to myself. Busy morning as always here at one of the busier airports, LAX. We got a 767 that just took off, another one taxiing out for takeoff, and there's a lot of inbound wide bodies, a lot from Australia and Asia. They all come in around this time. It's 6 o'clock on the dot, local. So you got tons of airplanes landing on the north complex of the airport. We're currently sitting on the south complex of the airport. Another airplane taxiing out. So busy Saturday morning here in LA. It'll be my leg to fly. How will I do on my landing? I'm not gonna lie, my first landing back after the trip was nice. Was really, really good. The one that wasn't part of this video. So we're hoping for more of the same back to the hometown airport. Hopefully we can get out of here early, but again, might be a while since I haven't even started working on our plane. We'll be sitting and waiting. When they're ready to go, we'll be ready to go. Let's go fly to Newark.
Mama said, boy, don't sell your soul for applause, but the silence louder now than a million God.
Well, folks, we're not in Newark. We're still in LA because we pushed back and we had an engine bleed fault up here. So essentially we're getting no air from the left engine. Whether it was a valve problem or just a fault or whatever, we followed the procedures in our QRH, which is our quick reference handbook, and we were ready to push back. Engines were started, ready to taxi, but then the light came on and we weren't going to go anywhere. So got maintenance out here checking the left engine because that's the issue. We're back in the gate here at LAX. Everyone's surrounding the airplane now to try to figure out what the problem is. Could be a 10-minute fix, could be a 30-minute fix, but it's no longer the pilot's kind of responsibility. We wrote it up, we did our procedures. Now maintenance and all of them are down there doing their best. So we got the best in the biz here at our company. So hopefully it's not too long. Our plan's good for another hour or so. So we should be good. The only thing is it's go home day. Myself and the captain both want to get the heck home, but obviously safety first. So follow the procedures and hopefully we're out of here sooner than later. Update, folks. I try to troubleshoot it and obviously that ain't normal. So the maintenance is down there and the engine cowling right now, fixing that valve. All part of the deal though, folks. All part of the deal. Part of the deal. Part of the deal. Part of the deal. Here's a cool view you don't get often, folks. Here's the left engine, the cowling's open. Inside the Boeing 767 engine. Would you look at that? You can name any single point or object on this engine. I will tell you exactly what it is and what it does. Not much to report. All the maintenance is out there, and we thought we were gonna have it fixed with an MEL. An MEL, as I described earlier, is just basically deferring a maintenance item and then being able to still go fly. However, the captain and I were looking over the MEL they wanted to do, and it says you can't fly with this maintenance issue right up into known icing. And unfortunately, in the Northeast, it's raining, the clouds are high, so that's known icing. So we're not going to be able to take this airplane right now with the current MEL I want to go with. So we've been sitting here now, we're going on about 45 minutes. We're trying to figure out if we're going to transload and bring us a new airplane. Transload just means take the cargo out this jet and put it on the one that's sitting over there. I'm not sure where that one's going or if it's even available. But yeah, you just kind of sit back and
I want to break
constantly on the phone with our dispatcher, with GOC back in headquarters, and then obviously maintenance here on the ground. And we're trying to coordinate 10 different things to try to get out of here as quickly as possible, but obviously once we're safe and legal. That's the two big things. So we'll see. Keep you updated.
It's been a week since Pilot Pete came home. He's finally gonna go home. Psych, psych, psych! You're not gonna go home yet! You're not gonna go home yet!
Update, folks. Our airplane is grounded. No bueno. We ain't taking that 767 anymore. We're taking this one. So we're going to have to do a transload. Exactly kind of what it sounds like. As you can see, they're currently taking off the cargo now, and they're going to have to unload it onto that, from that one back onto this bird. So plane's broken. Plane's good to go. Transloading, depending on the amount of people they have working to fuel and to actually move the cargo from A to B, get all the equipment. I've seen it done in like 35 minutes, but we have a lot today. Could be easily over an hour and a half because it's obviously not scheduled. There's not that many people here waiting. So yeah, we'll see. We'll do our job. Everyone will do their job. We'll eventually get out of here. It stinks that it's the last flight. It's over. Kath and I were just joking. Of course, it's on the go home day, meaning if this happened, you know, Indy to LA 2 days ago, we wouldn't have been like, oh, whatever, our layover would have been just a little bit shortened in LA. But I want to go home. He wants to go home. So it is what it is, though. We'll get out of here eventually.
Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Just chill, eat, and then fly.
I'm checking the why, I'm checking the stats, I'm seeing the gaps in the story. You chasing the clout, you chasing the fame, I'm only chasing the glory. I noticed the way that you lowered your voice when I walked in the room last week. The loyalty stand, the circle is small, and honestly, the energy's weak. I gave you the blueprint, I gave you the keys. I let you sleep in the guest wing. Now you're talking to them like you wanted to stray. That's an expensive suggestion. I'm seeing the shifting no way to can.
We made it back, folks. We made it back after a very long, well, for me, like 3 weeks. I haven't slept in my own bed in freaking 3 weeks. 2 weeks in Hawaii and then 1 week of flying. Am I complaining? Yes, obviously I am. But obviously, when I look back at it, I'm not actually mad about it or upset about it. 2 weeks were voluntarily putting myself in paradise with my girlfriend, and then this week was just work. So it is what it is. But finally got out of there. I think overall we're 2.5 hours late. Shout out to the maintenance team all over the company, but especially LAX. They were super helpful and they kept us up to date. And we're like, hey, this is what we're working on. This is what we're trying to do. Hopefully we get you out of there. And then just the whole operation itself. Yeah, it's not fun when things fall apart like that. Obviously maintenance happens, obviously issues arise, but to see the whole kind of team work together, you know, the flight crew, you know, figuring out that it's not going to work, the maintenance trying to troubleshoot, then dispatch, and the company finding another airplane, and then the rampers transloading the stuff back onto a new plane, and then getting a new pushback crew and getting us out of there, you know, ultimately getting in. I think we're supposed to land at like 3:30. We landed at like 5:30, so 2.5 hours late than scheduled. All in all, like not that big of a deal when you look at the grand scheme of things. So shout out to everyone who did a great job. And honestly, it's actually a little bit of bonus for the pilots, myself and the captain, because how it works is this trip was supposed to end with a back-end deadhead. Our flight was supposed to be like an hour and a half after we landed from Newark back to Memphis. Well, we no longer could make that flight, obviously, since we're running late. So they had to schedule us for another flight. There are no more flights tonight, so they had to book us a hotel for tonight and then book us a deadhead tomorrow, which adds a couple hours of pay onto our paycheck. So I think this trip was worth 27 hours of pay, and now we're getting paid 31 hours of pay. So about 4 hours more. The captain's gonna make his way back home to where he lives, and I'm home an hour and a half later based on the fact that traffic here was miserable. But we made it. Landing grade, runway 22 left before I sign off, only because I'm tired and it's been so long. I'm not gonna dance, so I'm gonna give myself an 8.9. But if we're being serious, it was closer to a 9.1. But I'm exhausted just from the 3 weeks of travel. I do feel good. I'm blessed, I'm happy, and I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. As always, comments, questions below. I feel like there's a million things I wanted to say, but I'm gonna end it there. So love you all. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.